Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. My dear brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome to the Ramadan Reminders, day 21. Today's topic is tolerance. We all have certain level of understanding about tolerance, but our understanding is very limited, from culture to culture. And sometimes, tolerance is something that it's subject to within families, our relatives, and our specific region of faith. But from the Islamic point of view, tolerance is one of the basic principles in Islam, but it does not mean compromise, or it does not mean lack of principles or lack of seriousness about one's principles. It means accepting the fact that human beings naturally distinct in their appearance, situation, speech, behavior, have the right to live in peace and to be as they are. And it also means that one's views are not to be imposed on others. We have to tolerate others according to their point of view, and we can't just impose our point of view on others. In short, we can say tolerance is an ability to peacefully coexist with those who are different from us. Just like how we have the right to believe in certain things, so are those who are different from us. And Islam taught Muslims since from the beginning, to respect the people of different faith, due to the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created all the human beings with free will to choose. And that's why we find from the seerah that some of them in the household of the early Muslims, they accepted the faith, and some they rejected it. But the Muslims, they didn't force their relatives or someone under the guardianship, to adopt the faith. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that we cannot guide whom we like. It's Allah guides whom He wills. He said in Quran that إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Verily you guide not whom you like, but Allah guides whom He wills. And the guidance and accepting the truth is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if a person shows willingness, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would facilitate accepting the guidance for him. But if somebody who doesn't want to believe and doesn't want to accept the fact that Allah is one, he doesn't want to comply with His command of belief, it is his choice. Because belief is all about a complete submission. So when we say I'm a Muslim, which means we are willing to obey the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not just a word to be uttered by mouth. It has certain requirements and responsibilities to be fulfilled, and that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it very clear in Surah Baqarah, La ikraha fid deen. There is no compulsion in the religion. Why? Because the right path is very clear and obvious from the wickedness, and whoever disbelieves in Taghut and believes in Allah, then he has grasped the most trustworthy handhold that will never break. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it very clearly. So it is just a matter of choice, because the right path is very clear. So it is a matter of choice. So Allah teaches in the Quran that we cannot force anyone to accept our faith or belief. And in fact, in Surah Yunus, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّكَ لَآمَنَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ كُلَّهُمْ جَمِيعًا. And had your Lord willed, those on the earth would have believed, and all of them together. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had wanted, all of those mankind on the earth would have accepted and become Muslims. It shows the quality of giving human a free will, the choice by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gave us the tools for guidance, so it is up to us. We must choose the right path or be answerable for the consequences. Either we submit the one God and attain the paradise, or you reject Him and attain hell. But that has to be our choice. If we see from the seerah of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we can learn many lessons of tolerance, as Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did with all mankind, whether it's believer or non-believer. The whole personality of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam demonstrated the implication of tolerance towards others. During the Taif campaign, his being forgiving towards those who attack against them, and he was praying for the reformation instead of the destruction, which shows the quality of the tolerance of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Even when the angels were waiting for his instruction to destroy them. But Prophet ﷺ, he chose to forgive them. And even what happened when the story of the Bedouin, who urinated in the mosque. How did the Prophet ﷺ handle that? When the companion told him to stop, and the Messenger of ﷺ said, leave him alone. They left him alone, and when he finished what he did, Allah's Messenger called him and said to him, these mosques are not the places meant for filth, but are only for the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Subhanallah. Look at the Prophet ﷺ. He showed extreme level of tolerance towards extremely awkward situations. But look at us. How is our tolerance level today? We find it hard to tolerate people within families to an extent that we don't talk to them anymore or until they agree with us, let alone, the people outside the families. Just imposing our views by force, even if you are right, doesn't help them to see things in a way as we do. And what we need to understand here is, my dear brothers and sisters, that they have the choice. So let's learn to respect them. When we put this into practice, inshallah, we would find it amazing how it can win the hearts and improve our relationship towards everyone. So it's very important, brothers and sisters, that we must emphasize this virtue among us in the world today. And it's much needed in our communities to have a peaceful life, inshallah. And may Allah give us the ability of tolerance and patience and accept it from us. Thank you for listening. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
My Allah is the one.